I've been watching what Jason's doing for months and months and months. I think a lot of people assume that, like, me and Jason are buddies, right? Like, we don't have conversations. We literally go live. I'll, send him a link, or, maybe I'll go kick it at his house because he offers and opens up his door to me. You know what I'm saying? But I know guys like Jason all too well. And, dude, it was getting really fun to watch the fucking Romeo and Juliet bullshit. And that's what I'll call it. And I got caught up in I guess, the fuckery of said triangle, love triangle, or whatever was happening. Box, bitch, I don't fucking know. And like I said, just Mindy popping off on motherfuckers, and you know what I'm saying, kicking it with my girls in the chat. Like, that's just what it became for me. It was never an anti anything, because I wasn't on Reddits. I wasn't, making fucking posts and discords, and making sure I knew everything. Like, dude, this is the messiest community of women I've ever seen. And I am so glad that I had my time with it, because I promise you, dude, when you have a real life, which unfortunately I'm seeing now, I've not had a life for a very long time. When you have a real life, you don't care about this shit. You ain't got time for it. Love triangle, square boxes, on the internet are funny. I grew up with guys, man. I know guys better than they fucking know themselves, I think. And that is unfortunate, but, I knew what Jason was on early on. And I pay close attention to people, and I watch how people move. And, you know what I'm saying? Did I like Mindy? Of course. I really liked her. Did she do anything to me personally? No. She did some shit and said some shit on Jason that had no business coming out of her mouth, when it was something totally different. Being that I hung around guys my whole life, I'm not going to be ever okay with a woman putting sexual assault on a man. And everybody wants to be like, oh, and oh my God, he said he'd rather go down for an M. I would too. I don't want to go to prison with an R charge. And especially the bitch was lying. Nah, fam. Nah. And you know what? That's how people like him think. And I think the internet's not ready for that. The same reason people fuck with me. You're not ready for how I think. You're not ready for the truth. You're not ready for the reality, because you want to have your own. Everyone's trying to strike my channel and shut me up and don't let me back on YouTube. But when I'm gone from YouTube, you call fucking police stations looking for me.